Hey, it's Eben. Right here in this video, I share one of my best trainings on how to be successful in life. For other free training to help you be successful, just click the link you see in this video or go to ebenpagan.com.
As a successful entrepreneur in business, and successful entrepreneur means when you're paying your own bills by running your own business, everyone else thinks you've made it. I'm serious, that's it. You can be doing $10 million a year in business and spending $11 million to do it, and everyone thinks that you have made it and you have arrived. It's just reality. You've heard it's lonely at the top. Well, there's a reason why that saying exists, because it is lonely at the top, so to speak. If you fuel this perception of you being at the top, I'm the cool one, I have created all this, you're going to make what I'm about to tell you way worse. So try not to do that stuff. Try to live humbly and not show off, because it just amplifies this effect. But I think it's important for you to remember that you are the lucky one from now on in everyone's eyes. And you can't come in anymore to the office and commiserate about how high electric bills are and how much gas costs, and that you don't have enough money to pay your rent and something happened that was wrong. Why? Because your problems are not as bad as theirs. And even if they are, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to convince them that they are. And if you do convince them that your problems are worse than theirs, they're going to leave and go to work for someone that's not a fruitcake. Now, I'm not talking about being deceptive here. I don't want to be inauthentic. But I just want you to have some awareness that from now on, you need to take care of business. And if you need to commiserate, you need to complain, you need to talk about what a crazy day you had, you need to talk about how bad things are, do it with your friends, other entrepreneurs you know who are on the same page, or with your family. If you need some support, get it from your family. Am I saying that you can never ask your team for support? No, of course not. Once in a while, if you come walking into the office and you say, you know what, I'm beat today. I don't know what to do. Can you guys just help me out? Support me today? Fine. But you just got to get out of that habit of thinking of everyone as, we're all the gang, we're on the same level, and I can commiserate about my issues. Because at some unconscious level, everyone else really perceives that your problems couldn't be anywhere near like theirs. So you are the lucky one. And you are. When you are in conflict with people, when it escalates up to that place like just above problem, anywhere on the way to conflict, and even if you're negotiating with someone, especially on your team, stop arguing for self-interest. Stop using the logic, well, I need to get something out of this. Don't use that anymore. It doesn't work. Nobody cares. If you take one of your team members and you say, you know, I realize that you want to raise from $50,000 to $60,000, but you know, I've just got too many other things here in the business that I want to spend the money on. I want to make these other investments. Do you see how that can go really bad really fast? Because now you're deciding an issue that's important to them based on something that benefits you. And that isn't only a disconnect, it's the kind of thing that makes another person realize in a split second, this person is not going to make decisions that are in my best interest. They're going to make decisions that are in their own best interest. And that's how their mind works. And they won't trust you anymore. So a habit that I've developed is whenever my own interest, whenever I can feel my own chemicals coming up, like, oh, I'm threatened. This isn't in my best interest. Oh, I try to stop and say, I got to let all that stuff go for right now. I have to argue for the other person's best interest. And so maybe someone wants a raise and we can't afford it right now. I'll say, I can see where you're coming from. Honestly, you deserve a raise right now. That is the honest truth. You do. You've been performing, and you should get more money. And if I were you, I would be dogged determined about it. Arguing from their perspective. Does that make sense? I am them. And then I would say, now here's my situation. Here are the numbers. Here are the books. We really need to invest in this other thing for the long term. So we have a couple of choices. You can either, I can help you go find something else where you can get more money. That might be something you want to do. You can cruise along at the level that you're at, and we'll try to find some way in the future to make it so that you can get to the next level. You know, and here's some other option. Now, stars respond very well to that kind of thing because you are arguing from their perspective, you're being honest, and you're being straight up. There's no self-agenda there. So get rid of the self-agenda stuff. Anytime someone can sense that you're arguing for your own interest, it damages you. Here's a paradox. I don't remember which one, but some famous psychologist said this one. They said that it's a paradox. In order to change as an individual, the first step is that you must accept yourself. You'll notice that people that have habitual issues that they can't stop, behaviors that are repetitive, that are counterproductive or negative, one of the commonalities that they seem to have is they're always in denial. They're never accepting the reality, and they're never accepting themselves. And there's always some distancing. There's always some projecting outside. If you want to grow your business, you must accept things as they are. If you want to grow a person, you need to accept them as they are. You can't idealize them and not see them the way they really are. So if you want to grow, you must first accept. You need to do that. And then finally, one last little higher level strategy here for creating a great new future. Who here has ever cultivated a taste for something that you didn't like when you first experienced it? Raise your hand. Cultivated a taste for something, maybe a food. Who here has ever cultivated a taste for a food that you just didn't dig that much? Now you like it. Okay, good. It's possible to do that. The weird thing about cultivating a taste for something is that when you think of the thing, you go, ugh, there just couldn't be a way to cultivate a taste for that. I wouldn't even want to start. Why would you want to try, right? Now, you may already have a taste for this, but I think that the best taste you can cultivate is having your fulfillment, having the greatest joy, the greatest home run, the greatest win come from seeing another person succeed. Having that be your most rewarding experience in life is seeing another person succeed at something. It might take a little practice, might take a lot of practice, but if you can work on that one, it takes some authenticity. It takes actually connecting with another human being and being interested in them and caring about what happens with them. But if that can be your number one, that will carry you so far. This is another way of expressing this idea of seeing through the eyes of another person and really taking it personally. Something interesting happens when a person crosses that invisible boundary in life where they go from not taking the problems of the world personally to they cross it and they look and it's a different world, and all of a sudden they take it personally and they say, that's partly my issue. I am responsible for this with all of us. And when you take it personally, then you go into action in a completely different way. So try to cultivate that as a taste that you really enjoy. If you can cultivate that one as a taste you enjoy the most, and then focus it on stars, high performers, I think you can make a huge difference. Also, some people kind of ask me once in a while, but what do you think about like really disadvantaged people, really underprivileged? They're not stars. They have a disability, or they're just so far down, deep in the world of poverty and crime or whatever that there really is no way out. Should we just abandon them? I want to make it really clear that that is not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is that in your business, if you're going to try to grow a rapidly growing company, you need to only put stars in there so you can grow it. And then if you want to help people that are disadvantaged outside of your business, go help them. Go contribute. Contribute your time, your effort, your energy, your money, maybe even have some part of your business contribute, whatever. If you want to grow a strong company, you got to have stars. You got to draw a good boundary, and you have to be clear about that.